Coming up on the next episode of Zuzu All Grown Up.
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
You're now listening to Zuzu All Grown Up.
She's been featured in more than 20 films from the early days of film and television.
He is a psychotherapist and her loving husband.
Together, they are on a mission to brighten your day and your life.
It's a time to smile, a time to laugh, a time to expect more.
It's time to get inspired with your hosts, Karolyn Grimes and Dr. Chris Brunell.
It's time to meet Zuzu, all grown up.
As Christmas envelops us in its warmth and wonder, we invite you to dive into the spirit of the season with our special episodes of Zuzu All Grown Up. Whether you've been eagerly awaiting this time of year and feel ready to embrace all its majesty and grandeur, or if you need a little help to embrace the joy surrounding you, our episodes are crafted to ignite the spirit of Christmas in your heart. We aim to make this Christmas truly transformative, much like George Bailey's in It's a Wonderful Life, ensuring your Christmas story unfolds miraculously this season. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of us at Zuzu, All Grown Up.
We want to take you on a journey, a Christmas journey. More specifically, a journey into the spirit of Christmas. It seems Christmas comes earlier each year, but the real question is why Christmas ever goes away to begin with. Every day can't be Christmas Day, but the Christmas spirit could and should be with us every day. It's then, when we've learned the true spirit of Christmas, that, as Dickens put it, you can truly say, I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. You can have that same spirit without a visit of ghosts on Christmas night. That's what we hope the result of this journey will be for you. By introducing you to individuals who truly embody the Christmas spirit, we aspire to deepen your own Christmas spirit, enriching not only your holiday experience, but uplifting your everyday life with greater merriment and brightness. If Christmas ends for you, then it never really began. If you've missed the message, we're about to embark on a journey of never-ending Christmas, and it starts now.
Get ready for Christmas miracles.
Get ready for Zuzu All Grown Up.
We're here near the Arctic Circle in Lapland, Finland, at Santa's village, and Karolyn and Chris are with the big guy in the red suit. Let's listen in.
Today, a very special guest from the Arctic Circle is joining us.
This is very exciting.
Yes.
Very exciting.
We want to welcome Santa
Wow.
to our podcast, and we look forward to hearing all about what you do, and especially year-round at your special location.
Very good morning, Karolyn and Chris. It's morning in here when we are talking. I think it's evening where you are at the moment.
Yeah,
but
right.
wonderful to have this connection with you.
Thank you.
It's pretty exciting
We're excited to be
that we
with
could
you
connect across the world. I mean, isn't it amazing?
in real time.
Yes, but do you know what? I do that always.
You do.
Yes, of course. When you think about me,
Oh,
I
yes,
travel
I
around
guess
the
you
world
do.
with all the gifts and everything. So
Yes,
this is
you
quite
do.
familiar to me.
That's very true. So, Santa, we'd love to hear about your location and how you celebrate the magic of Christmas year round.
So I'm here in Rovaniemi at the Arctic Circle in Finnish Lapland at the moment. And this is a wonderful place to meet people from around the world, as you know. And I'm here every day for you. We celebrate Christmas every day, of course.
Oh, that would be my heaven.
Yes, we need an office there.
I live Christmas 24/7. I love Christmas. I always have. And I travel a lot now, so I can't really celebrate like I used to be able to, but I love Christmas. That's my time of year. So will you share the history of your main post office building and all you do from that office?
So my office is in here in Santa Claus village. And in this village, we have lots of things. For example, a post office. But the main place where I am is the Santa Claus office. And this is the place where I meet people every day. For example, today I will meet several hundreds of people, hopefully, and that is so lovely.
How many days a year do you do that?
Isn't there 365 days?
Oh my goodness. And you have that many people year round?
So now it's hundreds of people at the moment, and during Christmas time, that's thousands of people every day.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
And I love it.
So what is the spirit of Santa Claus and Christmas?
The spirit, when you think about the spirit, it's all about being together with people, appreciating people and hearing all the thoughts and wishes from people. That makes the spirit of this place and the spirit of me, of course. For example, I could ask you, what are your wishes for the Christmas?
Good health.
That's a good one.
I would like to see a little bit more peace and kindness around the world.
Yeah, that's my biggest wish at the moment, that people could live in peace. There are lots of things that I wish from people, but people wish from me too.
So since you've been doing so much work year round, can you tell us about the extraordinary help you get from Mrs. Claus and the elves?
So as you know, I'm not working because this is my life.
Oh.
That's good to remember.
Okay.
And we are here with the elves and Mrs. Claus. And of course, this is the easy job, I could say, for me. I just meet people and have fun all the time. And the elves are working very hard every day. And they are very skillful. They are very hardworking. And Mrs. Claus is the boss, of course.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Now she's the boss for me, of course.
Okay. How do you keep the elves up to speed with all this technology that's coming out there?
They're so good with all that technology and everything and the toys and everything. I don't understand anything. They tell me what to do and they tell me what are the wishes and everything. So, but I'm learning all the time. I'm learning all the time. They are just so skillful and they'd like to learn. They go around the world all the time. There might be somebody there at the moment behind your house listening what we are doing. So, and they notes what you're doing there.
What activities do people enjoy doing when they're visiting Mrs. Claus and the elves and your reindeer at the Santa Claus village?
So people are doing all the things that you can do here in Rovaniemi. So you can meet the reindeer here. You can meet me or you can meet Mrs. Claus. And yeah, the huskies and everything. So there's lots to do here. But you don't have to do anything special when you come here. You just enjoy the area. You just enjoy the nature here. In winter, we have just a little bit snow, about 1 meter of snow here in Rovaniemi. And you just enjoy the snow. You don't need any special activities. You just play in the snow, for example. Or the most important, if you're here with your family, you just enjoy with your family.
It sounds great.
You know, I'm just wondering, how's the food there? Are there nice hot gingerbread cookies and hot cider and things like that?
I love all the food, as you can see, maybe. Yes, we have lots of food. And have you ever tasted any Finnish food?
I don't think so.
I probably did, but I was very, very young. I don't remember it.
Yeah, that means you have to come here and visit me and taste the Finnish food. And I must say, my favorite, two favorites, is rice pudding and creamy salmon soup. And now I'm talking about food. I'm so hungry after this.
Salmon soup.
Salmon soup, rice pudding.
That's one of his favorites.
Yeah.
Rice pudding.
Well, we're going to have to just make a trip just to get that.
I know. That would be great. Well, knowing you have famous reindeer, how many do you have and who takes care of them? And can people visit them too?
So you might know Rudolph, the red-nosed
Oh,
reindeer.
Yeah.
Actually, he's on vacation at the moment, but he promised me it's a short vacation this year, only 360 days. That's a short vacation for Rudy. But he's on vacation. And did you ask about how many reindeer I
Yes.
have?
Uh-huh.
The answer is enough.
I like that. That's a good
But
answer.
when you think about Finland and Lapland, there's more than 200,000 reindeer here in
Oh
Lapland,
my
in the
goodness.
wild, walking around. That's actually more than people living here in Lapland.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So they're kind of free range reindeer.
Yeah, they're walking around the nature here, and they are herded together once or twice a year. But otherwise, they're walking around here in the nature. And when you're traveling here in Finland, here in Lapland, you will see reindeer in the middle of the road, for example.
Drive slowly. So what is one thing that you will always tell the children who come to see you?
The one thing I will tell the children when they are coming here, the first thing I will ask about their wishes. This is the first thing I do, how they are and what are their wishes. That is the most important thing to do when you're talking with people. The most important is to listen. Listen first, and after that you can talk.
And can children and their families meet you in person when they visit the Santa Claus village? And if so, what's the most interesting question a child has ever asked you?
So of course, I am here for the people here, so people can meet me. I'm here every day, and they can meet me here every day. And most interesting question I've heard.
We'll join Karolyn and Chris in just a moment with more of Zuzu All Grown Up.
First, an important message.
Start your morning right with premium coffee roasts available at ZuzuNetwork.com and drink them in your Zuzu All Grown Up coffee mug. Also perfect for tea and hot chocolate.
Stay inspired throughout the day with the same gratitude journal used by Karolyn and Chris, and check out t-shirts, hats, books, Christmas keepsakes, and more at ZuzuNetwork.com/shop.
Are you wondering whether to sell or donate the car you no longer need or want? Consider that. Donating it to a legitimate, legally recognized nonprofit organization, not only will you receive a tax deduction, but you'll be contributing to a worthy cause. Finding a worthy nonprofit organization can be time-consuming and even a bit stressful. I'm here to present to you one of the most amazing, legitimate 501c3 nonprofit organizations in the world. The United Breast Cancer Foundation, the UBCF, provides screenings, treatments, aftercare services, educational materials, as well as patient and family assistance. We ask that you help in that mission by donating your unwanted or unused vehicle to the UBCF. Simply call 888-842-5505. The process is fast and easy. Call 888-842-5505. 888-842-5505. Help us in our mission and get a tax deduction. Call 888-842-5505. Thank you for your support.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and don't have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney.
Call 800-297-9766. 800-297-9766.
Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you don't pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call if you've been injured in an auto accident. Call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation.
Call 800-297-9766. 800-297-9766. 800-297-9766.
Auto Accident Help Desk.
Join Zuzu's network today at ZuzuNetwork.com/join.
Karolyn is creating an international network of aspiring angels, everyday people who believe that they can help make the world a better place by making life better for even just one other person.
Let us know you want to earn your wings at ZuzuNetwork.com/join, and Karolyn and Chris will send you inspirational material to support you in your journey.
May all your days be merry and bright.
And may the light of Christmas brighten your life this holiday season. You're listening to Zuzu All Grown Up.
All the questions are very interesting, of course. That's good to remember. All the questions, there are no funny questions, no stupid questions, of course. All the questions are valid and all the questions are good. What was yesterday? Somebody asked me something which sounded a little bit funny. And I think it was a question about my beard, how many curls I need every night. So that was the question, yes. So do you know what is the biggest wish with children? Almost all the years I'm hearing these questions or wishes. The biggest wish is they would like to spend more time with parents.
Oh.
Yeah. That is the biggest wish at the moment. And for parents, that's good to remind them that children would like to be with family, do things together. It doesn't have to be anything very special, what they do. Just be together and discuss and listen.
It's very good advice. Wish I'd followed some of that back when. At the Santa Claus main post office, how many letters do you receive a year?
The elves who are working at the post office think it's quite a lot, of course. Before Christmas, it must be something like 30,000 letters per day. So that's quite a lot. But more important than the amount of the letters is that they can come here. Those letters will come here and we will all read them, of course. And let's see what people wish and what people think.
Sounds good. Can you and your elves answer all of them?
Do you know, one way of answering them is, for example, the wish come true. If there's a wish and that wish comes true, that's the answer for that letter.
What is your address if someone wants to send you a letter?
So it's quite the same what you write there. Santa Claus, for example, Finland, Lapland, Rovaniemi, whatever. Sure. All the letters come here. All the post offices around the world know where I am.
Are you on the Arctic Circle?
Yeah, so Arctic Circle, it goes around the globe, of course. And I am here at the Arctic Circle at this very moment, of course.
I want to know how much the stamp is, though. I guess the post office would know. How much the cost of the stamp?
Do you know what? I've seen letters without the stamps and they come here.
Ah.
Ooh.
Yes, because as I told you, the post offices around the world know where I am. And they will deliver those letters because they think they are so important as they are.
So how long have you been Santa Claus for? And does Christmas ever end for you?
Christmas never ends for me because we have Christmas here every day. And here you can say Merry Christmas every day. You're asking about my age in a way. Do you know what happens every time for me when I try to count my age? I count my age 361, 362. I fall asleep. And I'm not sure if I've been sleeping in between the counting, so I don't have the slightest idea about that. Oh. But you know what? I don't mind. Who cares? I don't. It's only numbers. But there's one thing which is fantastic with this, because I don't know when I was born. I can have my birthday every day. I can eat a piece of cake with the candle. I don't eat the candle, of course, but the piece of cake every day for my birthday.
Ho, ho, ho. With children from so many different countries and Christmas traditions, how can you keep track of them and not be stumped by your audience with all those requests?
As you know, we get people to hear, for example, the Rovaniemi. People are coming from all the countries in the world, all the cultures in the world, and I am traveling around the world. Actually, it's not one night, it's actually for 2 nights when I'm traveling around the world, because people celebrate Christmas in different nights there. So 24th, for example, here in Finland, 25th, you are opening your presents in the morning. So I have a little bit more time than one night. But we have connections with all the cultures, all the countries in the world, and the elves, they are making very good work, taking care of that and checking things for me. So that's how I know about everything.
What is your message for those parents who tell their children not to believe in Santa Claus?
So if somebody says like that, my answer is always, but I believe in you.
Can you tell us from different traditions how you might accomplish your mission? Like when you come to this country, is there a range of hours that you travel, or just the 24-hour periods in both days?
So time is something different for me. So of course I come to Americas That's a long way because it takes 2 seconds to come there. That's a long time for me to travel. 2 seconds. And I'm traveling around the world and I'm checking all those places and leaving some gifts for you there. And in the States, it's during the night. But for example, here in Finland, I will meet the families in the evening and I will visit them at their homes. There are differences between different cultures. Sometimes in the States, children are trying to stay up during the night that they would see me. And that means I can't deliver the gifts. I have to wait that they go to sleep.
You go by many, many names. And in some places like Scandinavia, there appears to be more than one of you. And in other places, you're accompanied by a snow queen. There are different traditions regarding how you travel, where you live, and what you like to eat. What's the real deal?
The real deal is that what you just told me. So there are different cultures, different ways to celebrate Christmas, and I appreciate them all, of course. Every time it's the right way to celebrate Christmas, however you do it. That's good to remember. And I know all the names I've heard. So do you know the Finnish name for me? It's joulupukki. Can you try to say that?
Joulupukki.
Very good. You speak Finnish now. I have different names around the world. Santa Claus, Père Noël, Papa Noël.
Since you started as Santa, what's the most significant change you've seen among children over the years?
So children are the same all the time. Children are children all the time. There's no big change. Some small things because the culture and the world is changing all the time. So yeah, of course there are some changes, but not so big changes. Children are always children, and that's good to remember. And hopefully they can be children. That's very important for the parents to know. Please let your children be children.
And what's your favorite Christmas tradition?
My favorite Christmas tradition is to meet people who are happy. That is the best tradition for me. And that is the best gift for me. I don't need any other gifts. I just want to hear that people are happy.
So what's like a Christmas tradition from Lapland that you'd like to impart to the rest of the world?
So all the traditions are different in different cultures. And of course, you can appreciate your own culture and your own things. But in Finland, we do wintry things.
We'll join Karolyn and Chris in just a moment with more of Zuzu All Grown Up.
First, an important message.
To find out more about the organization featured in today's episode or a previous episode and to learn more about how you can help, go to zuzunetwork.com/beanangel.
Mama, what does the chicken say? Dog. Cat. Giraffe.
Giraffe, really?
Giraffe. You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is an important announcement for anyone who wants health insurance, even if you missed the deadline. Right now, you can get the health insurance you and your family need from top insurance providers, even if you have pre-existing conditions or no insurance at all. The Plus Benefits Health Insurance toll-free number has been extended to help anyone who wants health insurance coverage now, or if you need a better plan or a lower price. Call Plus Benefits Health Insurance now at 800-332-1993. The call is 100% free and the help is real. Call 800-332-1993. That's 800-332-1993.
Imagine having all the money you need for retirement, all the income, every month, guaranteed. That's Secure Future Investor, an indexed annuity tied to growth in the stock market, but without any risk of loss ever. It's guaranteed money for life income, no matter how long you live. Call 888-288-7088. 888-288-7088. Sponsored by GP Agency Inc. Raleigh, NC. Licensed in all states. Performance may vary. Consult your financial professional before making an investment decision.
1 out of 8 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. And the chances are you know at least one person who's been personally affected. But right now, you can help. It's simple. Donate your unwanted vehicle, RV, or trailer to the United Breast Cancer Foundation. It's the easiest way to contribute to one of the nation's leading charitable organizations. The process is fast, easy, and free. Not only will you be helping, but you'll also receive a tax deduction. The United Breast Cancer Foundation offers an array of programs and services that help and support families and individuals dealing with breast cancer. But we can't do it alone. We need your help. Simply give us a call to get started, and we'll schedule a pickup date that is convenient for you. If you have any questions you would like answered before initiating the donation process, please feel free to call us toll-free at 800-324-6218. That's 800-324-6218. 800-324-6218.
Zuzu's book club features recommendations from Zuzu herself on books she loves and thinks you will love also. All of the books that the club reads, fiction and nonfiction, are inspirational and uplifting. Folks, this is a life-enhancing club to be part of. You can sign up for free at zuzunetwork.com/book club. That's zuzunetwork.com/book club. Today's special is Sibley's Christmas Adventure by veteran TV journalist Don Alhart. In this whimsical children's book, you'll relive the magic of the Sibley department store in downtown Rochester, New York, as Sibley the mouse has an incredible Christmas adventure that the whole family is sure to enjoy. To order your copy of Sibley's Christmas Adventure, go to www.zuzunetwork.com. That's www.zuzunetwork.com. or Amazon, or wherever you buy your books. Sibley's Christmas Adventure is available in ebook form also. Stay tuned to hear the story read by the author after today's interview.
Wishing you a Merry Christmas and the happiest New Year.
You're listening to Zuzu All Grown Up.
Because we have the snow in here. And we go outside and we play in the snow, for example, during the night. We sit down together, eat together. So same kind of traditions in all the homes in Finland, I think. And the most important thing is that people could spend some time together. That is the most important tradition.
Do you ever have moments when you don't have time to see all the children that wait in line to see you?
No. If somebody's waiting here to meet me, I will meet them, of course.
That's great. That would be so exciting to meet Santa Claus.
Are you kidding? Yeah.
In the real Santa land.
Do you know what? People always say that children are a little bit excited about this and they're a little bit scared sometimes, but it's always the parents and always the adults, I have to say, breathe. And I always tell children, if you're excited and a little bit scared of something, it's good to know that those things, what you're scared and excited about, they are always very important. Don't mind about that. They are always important things that you're scared and a little bit excited about.
I like the way that you reframed it. So,
what is your favorite childhood Christmas memory? And did it influence your decision to take the job of Santa Claus for your lifetime?
So my life is to be here for people. And that's all I remember. I've been meeting people so long time, and I've been going around the world so long time. So that is my whole life, and I love it.
That's wonderful. I mean, my gosh. What do you do for entertainment?
Entertainment?
Yeah.
Oh, this is entertainment, for example. I'm talking with you. This is fun. I love this. Sometimes during the summer eve, I go for fishing. It's a little bit different kind of fishing because I don't use the hook at all. So I get all the time fishing for me. Fish don't bother me that time.
So how do you fish without a hook?
So that's all about the fishing, not the fish.
I thought that magically you made the fish, hypnotized them and got them into the boat or something. So I don't know.
Why should you? It's the best when you just sit down, be in your own thoughts, enjoy, for example, the summer night. There's no night during summer here in Lapland. The sun doesn't set at all, so you can be outside quite late. The sun is up. You can just sit down there and relax and be in your own thoughts.
It sounds nice.
Well, in the town of, I want to try this, Rovaniemi?
Quite good, Rovaniemi, yes.
Do you have an airport and a lot of hotels where people can stay when they come to visit with you?
Yes, of course. All these here. I think you have been talking with Sanna. So she's a very special elf. She knows about these.
I asked her if she was an elf, and she looked at me like, "Are you sure you want to ask me that?" She is a very special elf.
We sure have enjoyed speaking with you tonight, and I'm going to hope he brings me something good this year.
I have one question for you, or two questions. What are your wishes for this Christmas?
Peace on earth and goodwill to men.
I would like to make a difference in a different way. I'd like to see the violence disappear, or certainly get a handle on it. That would be a great gift for our country and for the world right now. But, just might happen to have an extra pearl necklace in your sled. That'd be okay too.
Chris, did you hear that?
I did, but she was talking to you.
But the question number two, listen carefully. Have you two been very nice and good all the time or almost all the time?
I try to be all the time. I do. I can't help myself sometimes.
It's not possible to be very nice and good all the time. That's called life. So if you just, as you said, you try your best, that's the best you can do. And I always say to children, no pressure with this thing. You can't be very nice and good every second. Just relax and try your best.
Do you go by St. Nicholas or Santa Claus?
Whatever name do you have for me, that's a good name for me.
All right, Santa, I'll remember that. Have you ever seen the movie It's a Wonderful Life?
I've heard about that. That's one of the most well-known Christmas film in the world. I've heard about that. And I think, Zuzu, can you tell me what you said there?
Daddy, teacher says, every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's how it goes.
Well, we certainly have enjoyed having you join us tonight. And I guess it's today where you are. You're actually on a next day from us. You're tomorrow.
This is tomorrow for you here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
How is tomorrow looking?
Very good. -2 Celsius temperature in the morning here. So nice weather, clear weather at the moment. I think people saw some northern lights during the night here.
Well, I hope you have a lovely day there. Thank you so much for joining us and our listeners.
I know that everybody got a treat knowing that they got to talk to Santa Claus, or they got to hear Santa Claus and his stories. And I think that's a real gift.
And no matter what the age.
Right.
Yeah.
Karolyn and Chris, have a wonderful time and a Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And Merry Christmas to you as well.
Thank you very much.
We really appreciated you joining us.
It has been an incredible journey to Santa's home territory, as we have discovered that Santa's workshop really exists. We've gotten to talk to the big guy himself and learned a lot about the true spirit of Santa Claus, and in turn, the spirit of Christmas. We'll continue to delve further and deeper into the place that Santa calls home in future episodes. Until then, Santa Claus is waiting for you in Lapland. Yes, you can actually visit Santa Claus at his home. Here's more information. You and your children can visit Santa's home at the Arctic Circle this holiday season. Discover the magic of Lapland, see the northern lights, and experience the sights and sounds of the place that Santa calls home, and meet him at his home this year. To organize this Christmas or any time of the year trip of a lifetime, message us at santa@zuzunetwork.com.
Hi, this is Don Alhart. Sibley's. It was a big department store, typical of many cities, in Rochester, New York. And when it closed its doors in the 1990s, I was inspired to capture the emotion through the life of an imaginary mouse who lived in the toy department on the 4th floor, where Santa would greet children every holiday season. The mouse's name is Sibley, and the book, Sibley's Christmas Adventure, is a journey that takes him, well, I'll let you find out. I wrote the story and gifted it to the Ark of Monroe, with all proceeds going to help programs that support children and adults with disabilities. And a college intern at the time with the Ark, Doug Hoyt, gifted his talents with the illustrations. So far, the Ark has raised over $50,000 from this effort. So gather the children as together we share Sibley's Christmas Adventure. Ever since he could remember, Christmas was his favorite time of the year. After all, that's when he got to see Santa Claus himself. And listen as all the boys and girls sat on his lap with their long list to tell him what they wanted for Christmas. And best of all, it was all happening in his home, the 4th floor of the big Sibley's department store. The little mouse lived in the wall right behind Santa's big chair. And just like the store, his name was Sibley. Sibley lived there all year long, but he was most excited every winter when the workmen would set up the giant holiday display. It was called the Magic Corridor, and the boys and girls would walk through a beautiful winter wonderland, complete with a sleigh, reindeer, and even a Santa's workshop. Sibley loved to watch the mechanical elves as they made imaginary presents to deliver to children all over the world. Someday, thought Sibley, he might even get to the real North Pole to meet those elves in person. For now, though, Sibley was content to see the children come to the toy department every year and watch their starry-eyed faces all aglow with the joy of visiting Santa's Magic Corridor. Sometimes, as quiet as the mouse he was, Sibley would scamper out of his little hole to sit under Santa's chair as the boys and girls recited their Christmas lists. In the background, he could hear Mr. Joe Benet, playing along with Gene Autry's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on a kazoo. Joe was there every year, and moms and dads would buy kazoos for their children so they could sing and play along too. One day, though, after a long winter's nap, Sibley was awakened to some loud noises. Sibley knew that work crews carefully put the Magic Corridor in storage every year, but something was different this year. He overheard one workman say, "You know, I'm going to miss setting this up next year. It always gets me in the holiday spirit. I can't believe this wonderful old department store is finally closing." "Oh no," said Sibley. "I can't believe what I'm hearing." But sure enough, Sibley did hear those workmen. Everything's got to go, they said. Say goodbye to the Magic Corridor. Oh, Sibley was so sad he started to cry. All the toys would be gone, and the make-believe toy workshop would be torn down, and even Santa's big chair. And oh no, worst of all, Santa and all of the boys and girls would be gone too. "Oh, woe is me," said Sibley. "What am I going to do?" That night, Sibley couldn't sleep. He just tossed and turned in his little bed behind the little hole in the wall, right next to where Santa's chair used to be. Finally, Sibley decided to go for a walk. Sometimes he would jump on the big brass escalators and jump off just as the moving step would disappear. Sometimes he would go all the way to the main floor just to see the famous clock under which shoppers would meet. Tonight, though, the escalators were still, so Sibley just slid down the long, rubbery banisters. Pretty soon, he was on the second floor where work crews had been clearing out all of the racks of clothing, and that's when he spotted it. All the way at the front of the store, a giant walkway. Sibley crept slowly toward the giant glass-lined tunnel and began to cross it. If he looked down, he could see all the cars and buses on the snow-filled Main Street. Sibley just kept on going. Creep mouse, until he was all the way to the other side. Just as he was safely to the other side, he was startled by a small voice saying, "Hello." "Wow, you scared me," said Sibley. "Who are you and what are you doing here?" "My name is McCurdy," the little mouse replied, "and you must be Sibley. I heard you might be coming, and I'm here to help you on your journey. Just follow me." So Sibley followed McCurdy through another big department store, through the ladies' shoes, past a little tea room, and finally to a giant shopping mall. Sibley looked up to see shiny silver cars hanging from a rail that ran all the way around the mall. "What's that?" he asked. "Oh," said McCurdy, "that's the Midtown monorail. You'll have to jump on board for the rest of your journey." "But where am I going?" said Sibley. "I can't tell you," said McCurdy, "except to say it will be a magical trip to a very special place." And so Sibley crawled up into the very last car on the monorail, and as soon as he did, the lights came on, and the silver car began to move so fast that Sibley bumped his head on the seat. Sibley hung on for dear life as the monorail car picked up speed and then broke free from the rail and started climbing toward the ceiling, up, and away as the magic monorail soared through the air, crashed through the window, and jetted into the sky. Sibley looked down on the city below as it got smaller and smaller, and he soared higher and higher. "Oh, I'm so tired," said Sibley. "I think I'll just close my eyes and take a little nap." As he slept, Sibley dreamed of his happy memories on the 4th floor of the big department store. Oh, how he would miss the boys and girls and the elves and, of course, Santa Claus. All of a sudden, Sibley awoke with a jolt. The monorail had come to a stop. When Sibley looked out the window, he thought he was still dreaming because he saw the reindeer, Santa's workshop, and yes, even Santa Claus himself. "Where am I?" he said. "What happened?" And that's when he heard Santa say, "Hey, Sibley, I thought you would never get here. Welcome to the North Pole." As Sibley looked around, he saw that everything was just as it was on the 4th floor of the department store. There was even a little mouse hole right next to Santa's big chair. Sibley crawled in it to take another nap, but was soon awakened by voices, little voices, this time as boys and girls lined up to tell Santa what was on their list. And then he heard it. He couldn't believe his little ears. The sounds of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, as the boys and girls serenaded Santa with their kazoos. Sibley slowly crept out of the hole and nestled himself beneath Santa's chair. This has been a very special day, he thought. A wonderful day indeed. And as he drifted into a night of dreams, listening to the music, he thought he heard McCurdy's little voice saying, "Merry Christmas to all," in Sibley's magic corridor.
Do you know someone who is earning their wings? Someone practicing kindness and service to others? Perhaps an organization or initiative helping make the world we live in a kinder, sweeter place.
Or maybe you've witnessed the miraculous, the divine, the magnificent in some way in your life, and you'd like to share it with others. Go to zuzunetwork.com/tellmystory and let us know more.
You may end up being featured on an upcoming episode of Zuzu All Grown Up. That's zuzunetwork.com/tellmystory.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Zuzu All Grown Up.
We hope you've been inspired to live your most wonderful life now and to help those around you do the same.
Remember, no matter what you're going through, no matter who you are, There are people who care about you, and your life makes a difference.
It is a wonderful life.
Check out ZuzuNetwork.com for more on today's and other episodes, including transcripts and merchandise you won't want to be without.
New episodes are coming soon.
Keep listening to Zuzu All Grown Up throughout the holiday season for more uplifting content that will help connect you with the true meaning of the season.
That's all December long on Zuzu All Grown Up.
For transcripts of today's broadcast, go to ZuzuNetwork.com/transcripts. Zuzu All Grown Up with your hosts Karolyn Grimes and Dr. Chris Brunell.
Announcer and guide Seth Kennedy.
Executive producer Kevin R. Stillmock.
Coordinating producer Holly Ann Way.
Technical producer Stella Joel.
Managing producer Karina Filatova.
A Wonderful Land production.
In collaboration with Radio Wonderful.